Alright, so let's go out in the garden real quick. I want to show you guys the Chinese red noodle beans. The plant is growing good. It's got a bunch of vines. Here's a couple little babies. But look at these guys. Remember I grew these a couple years ago? Look at how big they are. Probably 2 foot or more. So let's get some of these harvested. You cut them up, man, you eat them just like green beans. Look at them all. They're all over the place. So let's harvest some of the Chinese red noodle. Okay, so these are the 3 I'm going to keep. You gotta feel them and make sure they're full before you start picking them. I picked one that wasn't full yet, so these 3 are nice and full, and I tell you what, only 3 of these are going to feed the family enough for one night. So we got green beans or red noodle beans for one night in a stir fry, just on the side, warmed up. Good to go. Now let's go to the jalapeno plant. I want to show you that. Small but mighty, guys. Look at this. Look at the size of this jalapeno. Is that beautiful or what? That is awesome. We're going to pull him off. And there's another one back in there. He's pretty big too. Let's get him off. That way it'll keep flowering. Look at these beauties. Isn't that awesome? And I tell you what, I'm sorry, but I still got a lot of those red noodle beans once they fill in. Just real quick, we got some tomatoes going on. Look at how big the sunflowers have gotten now since last time. Now some of those are up eye level with me. Before they were, what, to my waist? So the sunflower patch, it's getting big, guys. That's going to look cool. Anyway, jalapenos, red noodles. That was the harvest today. Tyler, well, in his pool, this is the next weekend. What you got going on?
I'm playing with
dinosaurs.
And you know what this dinosaur is? It's called a velociraptor, and he protects his babies with his long tail.
Wow, he protects his babies with his long tail, a velociraptor. A couple of those red noodle beans. Even with the curve on them, you're looking at about 21 inches, man. Almost 2 foot long. And like I said, you just cut them up in sections and eat them. That's so cool. Man. Fresh jalapenos. Look, I know a lot of people strive for quantity in the garden, and don't get me wrong, I would love to be able to have a lot of these to freeze and a lot of these jalapenos to maybe pickle and stuff, but for right now I take what I can get, and I appreciate everything I get from my garden that I can feed my family. Even exotic stuff like this. Tastes just like regular green beans, nice and fresh with that green bean flavor, but they are Chinese red noodle. I can almost make a wig out of that for Christmas or Halloween or something. Beautiful jalapenos, man. Maybe make some salsa out of that or something. Ooh, do some nachos and cut these up over the top. That sounds good. Anyway, guys, let's move on to the next thing. Alright, guys, it's Saturday night. We're going to barbecue again, so I figured, why not come along with me? Tonight we're just doing some organic drumsticks we got over at Costco. We're going to rinse them off. We're going to oil them up with a little extra virgin olive oil. Put a little seasoning on them. We're going to grill them. I'll show you how I grill them. And then afterwards we're going to layer them with some Sticky Fingers barbecue sauce. Good stuff. Let's do it. First thing I'm going to do is grab a plate, put some paper towel on it. We're going to wash off the chicken, and then we're going to dry it before we add the oil and the seasoning. Not rocket science, just rinse it off. Get as much off as you can, put it on your plate. I try and fix the skins. I want them laying down nice. Now just dry it all off, make sure it's really nice and dry before we go to the seasoning part. Alright, I put them down skin side down at first, and we're just going to oil them up. Get that oil rubbed into the bottom side here. Now pretty simple, we're doing salt, Doing some pepper, garlic powder, a little bit of Everglades heat. It's not really that hot, but it just adds a good flavor to everything. And I have some of this herbed poultry mix. So that stuff is pretty thick. We'll just kind of... Alright, now just flip them over and now the skin is showing. And then we start again with the oil. Alright, there we go. All seasoned up. We're going to let them sit for a little and let's go get the grill going. I forgot we had red snapper fillets that we need to cook up. We had them out in the fridge for about 2 days now, so we're going to throw them on the grill as well. I'm just going to put them in foil. Some little pieces there. Put them in foil. We're just going to do a little quick salt. Some pepper. Little of the Everglades heat. Lemon, I should say. And some butter. And that's it. We're just going to wrap them up like this. Put them on too. Chicken, I like to put quite a bit of charcoal, but I like to leave an outer area open so we can flip them over and kind of put the bone in after a while. After we get them nice and crispy, we put the bone in and we let the outer meat kind of sit off of the heat. I'll show you what it looks like. So I have about almost 3/4, a little more than halfway of charcoal, because we want to put them on there and just keep turning them and letting them get cooked. The chicken legs and the thighs are pretty forgiving. They're the red meat, and it's hard to overcook them, and I love making them. So then after a while, once they're nice and crispy, then we'll put the meat portion out here, and we'll keep them little bones just kind of sitting out there, because not for nothing, I like that skin around them bones to get crispy. I like eating that stuff. So that's where we're going to set up right there. And then the way I'm going to work it today is once we put the chicken over to here, when it's about done, then we'll throw that fish directly on there. About 10 minutes that'll be done. So we're going to cook the legs and the red snapper fillets. I need to get more acetylene or whatever it's called in my torch. I miss my torch. I don't like using this dang little lighter. Alright guys, so anyway, now that the coals are getting hot, we have a few minutes, so we'll sip on a beer and talk about vacation. Vacation was fun, man. Monday we went to Busch Gardens with Tyler, and we did all the fun little kid stuff for Tyler to do, 4 years old. He got to see all the animals at the zoo areas, and we just got to explore and have a really good time with him. Well, Monday night we get home, me and Christine are having a few drinks after he went to bed, and she was like, why don't we go back tomorrow so we can ride roller coasters? I was like, man, I don't know if I want to drive all the... You know what? It's only an hour away. And you pay once and you go in for the year. So it's like, all right, cool. So Tuesday we got up, we dropped Tyler off, we went back to Busch Gardens, and me and Christine just rode roller coasters and hung out all day. It was so much fun. Wednesday we all just kind of hung out, relaxed, went and bought some stuff, did some laundry, nothing ridiculous. Oh, I pressure washed the porch. Alright guys, so pressure washed the whole deck. These ends is what it looked like. The whole thing looked like that. But I'm cutting this section off, the end here, so it goes flush with the door. I was supposed to do that, I don't know, 12 years ago, 10 years ago, something like that when I made this, but I never cut it off, so I'm going to cut that off, so I didn't need to pressure wash that. But that looks nice. Pressure wash this is all clean. This section here, I'm going to pull up all the stone probably. We're going to build another deck. It's going to wrap around to meet this one. So it's going to look nice eventually. For right now, remember I bought that stain or that paint, the deck paint, in the at Lowe's. So for vacation, I wanted to get this done. So there's part one of it. It is clean, which I want to paint with that paint, but I can't do it because there's a lot of rain going on in the afternoon right now, so I got to hold off. But anyway, Thursday I went fishing for a little while at the beach, just kind of hung out and relaxed. Oh yeah, so just chilling at the beach, guys, doing a little fishing. Got my little surf pole out here, just using some fish bites, artificial stuff, throwing it out there. Haven't got any bites, but that's all right. It's vacation right up the road from my house. Look, most people pay money and save up all year long to come out here, but guess what? I live here, so it's a beautiful thing. I haven't gotten any bites, but I see a big old school of something going on over there, so I'm about to cast out. And of course, Saturday when I started vacation, I went on that 40-mile fishing charter, so it's been a productive week. One thing I do want to show you is how quickly now, it's been a week later since the chicken prairie was eaten by the chickens. Let me show you what it looks like right now. It's like it was never there, guys. Really? You put in a bunch of bags of topsoil and fertilized cow manure and stuff like that? I mean, really? This is where it was, guys. This is where it was so nice and green just 2 weeks ago. Or, I'm sorry, last week when we let him out. Nothing left. Totally gone. They liked it. They had fun with it. But of course, if I had more land, I would have partials, and I would be doing a really good rotational crop scenario for them. And I would do that for any livestock I got if I had the land to do it. I'm working in a backyard, so that's what we got. They had one time of a beautiful little chicken field for them, and they took advantage of it. They ate it all, so that's all good. Anyway, these coals are about to be done, so let's get ready to put the chicken on. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do, you can still see there's flames out here a little. It's really hot right now. So what I'm going to do before I grab the chicken legs is I'm going to cap it off. The holes are still open a little, but I'm going to now I'm going to go get the chicken legs, and I'm going to let them coals just calm down a little bit before I put that chicken on there. I don't want a bunch of flare-ups and flames and stuff like that, so just want to get it a little bit cooler. Okay, so it's only been about 1.5 minutes. Let's just kind of open it up. Now we tamed them down a little bit. That's good. Now we can put them on. Alright, so now we just kind of let them get nice and hot. I like to leave them open for a minute. Let that charcoal come back up to a nice heat without the flare-ups. Once I start seeing flare-ups, I'll cover it. I'll have them openings on my grill open, wide open when it comes to the flare-ups started pretty quickly, actually, you know, within a minute, because it's still very hot. So close the lid, and I have them open halfway. We're going to let them chill like that for about another minute or so, then we'll pop it open, check it out. Okay, so I'm doing like a 3-minute turn. Every 3 minutes, we're going to half turn them. Not this guy. This guy is still fresh. Let's turn them over. These are in a lot hotter spot, so you got to compensate for that. Now we'll let that skin cook for a little while. But anyway, guys, all in all, it's been a fun week. When I take vacation, I have the weekends also, so it's 9 days. So it's been nice. We go back to work Monday, we hit it hard. We get into it again. But I do appreciate the time I spend with my family, and I take all my vacation. I'm not one of them guys that oh, I don't need to take my vacation, I need to work. No, sir. No, sir, I work hard, but when it's time to get mine, I get mine to be with my family. Absolutely. No questions asked. So, we've had a good time. We've cooked some good stuff. We've done some projects around the house, but mainly we just hung out and had fun. Last night we went bowling. Took Tyler and Anthony bowling. All four of us actually went, which is not as often anymore, being Anthony's 18. You know, he's on his own doing his thing kind of deal. So we all went bowling last night, and it's been a fun vacation. I really appreciate it, and you know, it's back to work. We hit it hard, and we'll take a vacation again. So anyway, it's cooking good here. Let's check on that skin side. It's been about 3-4 minutes now. Oh yeah. Oh, we're still good there. Alright, we're doing good here. Alright, about another 3 minutes. Let's check again. 3-4 minutes, give or take. Especially these. There we go. That's what I'm looking for. See, these can start coming over here. Some of these. So there you go. Obviously you could see these over here definitely got some crispiness already. They were in the heat of it. So we're going to just start moving them around, mixing them around, and then putting some off to the side. Like, these are good. Move them in, let them bones just kind of stew in that heat. The rest of them, we'll leave another 3 minutes and check them. Alright. Alright, so we have 4 remaining. These now can go off to the side here. And get delicious. Just start chilling. Whew, a little hot where I'm at. These 4 still had a moment. Okay, so now we have all the chicken off to the side. It's all looking good. We're going to put the fillet on there. Close it up. Bam. That fillet will cook for, I don't know, maybe 10 to 12 minutes. It's about 6:50. All right, so it's 6:50. The fish is on. It went on at 6:49, so about 7 o'clock we'll check it. All right, so one thing I did is let my barbecue sauce get up to room temperature. I don't want to put it on when it's all cold. So I'm just going to rub some of these now that they're off of the direct heat and they have no chance of flaring up. I'm going to rub them down now with some barbecue sauce. You don't want to put barbecue sauce on when they are directly over the heat because it'll burn it, man. It's, you know, there's sugar in here, so you don't want to. I put it on indirect. I'm going to leave a couple for Tyler without it. And the barbecue sauce I'm using is the Sticky Finger Carolina Sweet. It's a really good tasting sauce. That sweet southern heat is a good one too. So anyway, we're going to let these kind of hang out. Wait for that chicken to get, or the fish to get done. Here you go, man. One's basted in barbecue sauce. A little bit plainer with just a dry rub seasoning. Oh yeah. Now let's check out this fish. 10 minutes was on point. Oh wow, that butter and all that in there that's awesome. Nice and flaky. That's amazing fish. Oh yeah. So Bubba, what do you think of the leg? Do I get a thumbs up? A sticky thumbs up, huh? Is it good? Oh yeah. And homemade potato salad and corn on the cob.
Oh, I want to eat that.
Say bye, everyone. I'm going to keep eating.
Bye, Robbie. Keep eating. Aww.
So while I was walking out here to start just making a taste test, I bit it already, and I'm in the hallway like, oh wait, you're supposed to wait until you do the taste test. But anyway, oh my god, it's so delicious. That Sticky Fingers barbecue sauce, I'm not a sponsor obviously or nothing like that, but that's Sweet Carolina along with the dry rub before that. Wow. Mmm. Good job, Molly. It's so good. Still so moist in there. And you know, the other night I cooked T-bone steaks, which I didn't record, and they came out so good. T-bone steaks in the Kyoto marinade that I do the salmon in. Man, they were impressive. Oh, real quick, tomorrow we are going to do the cucumber kimchi, the quick cucumber kimchi you can make to eat that night. You guys have to try these flavors. You might have to go to a Korean store, find your local one, or to get some of the ingredients, but we'll find out what they are tomorrow. We'll talk to you guys later. Have a good night.